we go anywhere?
No. I mean,
Yes,
no.
but no.
Okay. It's time for a
We
couple
have got
things.
one more important question though that's come in that
Oh,
can
yeah?
be answered very quickly.
Okay.
From someone called Fastcar.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
No, never.
Who is going to the virtual bar citizen next week?
Not I. Because
I'm not sure.
life. I cannot. Because Cass is away and I am all alone with a child.
You're doing the babby thing.
Yeah, I'm doing the babby all on me own. Okay. Okay, it's time for some bullshit. Here we go. What are we starting with again? What are we starting with here? We've got...
Something that isn't even a ship.
Yeah. Well, we've got a bunch of things that aren't ships this time, but we're going through them anyway. We're going to look at the Cyclone. I hate that it's got no...
Kind of am.
Yeah, you are. So the Cyclone's really interesting because I love the wheels. They're super cool.
Yep.
But why is there no, like, glass at the front?
That's because they wanted people to die.
I mean, clearly. I don't know. It would be a much better ship or much better car if it had, like, some protection for the passengers.
Uh-huh. Not really
Otherwise...
sure. I have very similar feelings about this vehicle, because I think it's great, but it needs a windshield,
Yep.
and I don't understand why it doesn't have a windshield. Like,
Yep.
what? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It just doesn't make sense. Otherwise, I like it. It's got some cool variants. It's got some room in the trunk. Yeah. I'm okay with it, but it needs a windscreen. I give it a C. Shiver?
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you both hit the nail on the head. I don't like the open back on the regular Tumbril either. I know it's for cargo and stuff, but I don't like how open that is.
Yeah. No, I don't either, but I'm thinking more
I like
of
my rear
the...
to be filled.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of the ones that have got, you know, stuff shoved up in there as far as it can go, you know? Yeah.
Exactly. If it's not
Well,
crammed up against the sides, making it look like it's just about to burst from the amount of things that have been crammed in the rear, I'm just not interested.
I personally like the one that's got a big old gun shaft shoved up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't?
All right, next we've got El Tonk, which gets a... I think it gets a T for Tonk.
Okay.
But
is that good or bad?
Okay, so the Tonk is a special thing because, I mean, it's called the Tonk. We all know that it's called the Tonk. I love how the community embraced the Tonk. Unfortunately, I hate the Tonk. I think it's a horribly ugly tank.
Why?
It's a wedge. It's a cheese wedge, and it seems to take... I've had this discussion before, but it seems to take decades and decades of learning that went into designing better tanks, and it threw all of that out and said, yes, we will design it like a triangle. I'm gonna... Oh, wait.
You like triangles.
No, that's just you deciding that I like triangles. One second, I gotta remember how to do this. Where is it?
In reference to your whole let's take the
interact.
Have you seen that?
What?
It is the Russian T-14 Armata.
Yeah, and that is better designed than this. Can I? Here, I'm gonna actually. Which is the best picture for me to go off? Let me see. No. Okay, this one
The
works.
PL01.
Okay, so here, see how this part down here is angled backwards? Anything coming from here, hitting there, gets angled right back into the mechanisms, killing your tank. See how this entire side is flat? Well, one of the things we learned about tanks is that flat don't work so good. That's why most of them have angles. This is a decent front angle, but again, this front angle is leading anything that hits it right up into here, dead. This whole flat side, anything that hits it, dead. Like, it's just the angles are all wrong for anything that encounters ballistics in combat. It is not a well-designed
We're looking at
tank.
pure aesthetics, not function.
Yeah, what's going on here?
It's also aesthetically ugly. It's too
So
long.
You come on here every fucking week.
I don't know why I do.
What did you say? It's too long?
I hate this front triangle. It's all one angle. It's just boring. Like, extend this out and do something a bit more fun. I don't know.
But it has headlights, David.
So? I mean, the headlights are kind of cool, but the rest of I don't like it. It's ugly.
Also, we should be talking about the tank in a French accent.
Ben, on peut parler sur le tank en français si tu veux. Moi, personnellement, je n'aime pas le tank.
Parlez-y anglais.
Je crois qu'il est extrêmement... Honnêtement, ça a l'air un peu comme Shiver.
I'm getting Japanese and French confused because I don't speak many languages. Les tanks, c'est incroyable.
Ce n'est pas. Noskamian's right. The tank needs the Iron Curtain defense system. I don't know. I don't like the tank. I've always really hated the incredibly flat angled front here.
C'est magnifique.
Ce n'est pas magnifique. C'est ennuyant. C'est un peu... It's disappointing. It's a tank in Star Citizen. It could have been
so is sex with you, but I still do it every night.
It's not a beautiful tank, though. It doesn't look like it. Okay, you know what? The top half, that above there.
The whole top half is great.
The top is great. The bottom is boring and ugly. There's nothing going on. It's like, hey, we threw a bunch of flat surfaces together and called it a day. There's just nothing. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's an ugly tank.
All right. Well, we already got our rating, so let's move on.
All right.
It's wonderful. You got to. The thing that's really attractive about the tank as a whole is the fact it's humongous. It's not like the tanks we have today, where you're all cramped in there and you can't.
No,
stand
Shiver.
up like a house
Shiver.
there.
I know what you're about to say.
It's huge.
It is really big. Yeah.
And that offsets.
Does it have a coffee maker?
Anything to do with that. I think it does actually.
Yeah, that's the only reason you like it.
No, that just makes it an A rather than a B.
They could have done a lot more on the front panel. They could have done a lot more on the side panels. It really doesn't look like it's designed. It really doesn't look like it's designed to withstand ballistic shells.
You know,
Eric?
you know what would have been really cool, but sorry, the idea has already been taken by Warhammer 40,000 yonks ago. But if they designed it to be reminiscent of like the very first ever First World War tanks, where the treads were right up there, and that was basically the whole thing, taking a sci-fi retro aspect to it, that would have been awesome. But that's also the Land Raider in Warhammer. Okay, but still, that would have been cool. Sorry, Eric.
I think there are going to be multiple tanks.
Probably.
And I'm curious to see what happens with other ones. I actually completely agree with you in terms of the bottom being boring. don't care that much about the functional aspects of it being bad for ballistics, but I do agree with the base of the actual vehicle part of the tank is not amazing. I gotta give the folks who built it though a lot of credit. This is me kind of going off on a tangent slightly. The fact that they made the treads actually work properly is amazing.
It is. That's really cool.
And no, it has nothing to do with the aesthetics of the tank whatsoever. It's cool.
Yeah. Okay, next we've got the Ranger.
The Tumbrel Ranger.
It's a bike.
It is a bike. It looks like a bike.
Looks like a bike. It's a bike.
Yep.
It gets a C.
Good observation skills.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Okay, you know what? No, I know what to say about it. I'm glad we finally have in Star Citizen a bike that has wheels because I'm sick to death of all of the all of the friggin' hover bikes. Give me a damn bike with wheels. So this does get a little bit of extra points for having wheels on it. It looks okay. It looks like a bike. It looks like an angry bike.
Carlisle, the Aurora got an E, which is not good.
Yeah. Next.
Hang on.
Okay.
The best
Sorry.
time I've seen a sci-fi bike in a game, because we all know that the light cycles in Tron were kick-ass, was in XCOM Apocalypse, where I'm afraid they were hover bikes. I'm sorry, but I'd like the idea of you sort of ride it like proper racing bikes of today, where you'll lean forward and you're part of the aerodynamics as well. But I would have liked them to have seen. I can't remember what it's from, but you lean down and then the compartment comes over you, and you're essentially in this like cocooned bike. That would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those people biking around in those weird bikes where they're lying back and pedaling like this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think they should do a Star Citizen bike like that, where you're not forward,
Human bike?
you're lying back, and you're just zooming.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just
It'd
saying.
be
Legs would get
scary
tired
as
in
hell.
space,
But...
Your legs would get tired in space, though.
Good exercise. Okay. The Retribution.
Oh boy. So what did the Ranger got a C?
Yeah, the Ranger got a C.
I thought there were 4 things for Tumbrel.
Nope, I only have 3.
Oh no, there's only 3. There's only 3. Yeah, right. No, I'm just imagining things.
How many screens? Oh, there's a good shot of the Retribution. I mean, it's not
There's only
finished.
3 pictures of it.
It's not finished here, so you can't 100% tell. Do we have... What's the last one? Yeah, it's the same sort of deal. It's hard...
We never got
remember.
like amazing pictures of the Retribution.
I mean, there's
Trevor?
not... Sorry, go ahead, Trevor.
It's better than I remember it being.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say because we have so little detail from it, but I think that this is my favorite of the large ships. I much prefer this over the Bengal. The shapes on it are a lot nicer, I think. And it doesn't have nearly so many extraneous nobbins all over the place.
What do you think about the bridge?
I like where the bridge is. I actually, honestly, I particularly like where the bridge is because, 1 second. Like, I think this is really good. And this is something that the other large capital ships don't have. Because yes, the bridge is raised and it's got a nice like little alien head thing around the back, which is cool, cool looking. But here's the bridge, right? And here, let me just wipe this quickly. Da-da-da. It's defended on both sides.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like it looks like it's the most well defended of the bridges in Star Citizen. And that's been one of my large complaints about lots of the capital ships is the bridges look like they are just asking to be hit by a torpedo and knocked off into space. This one looks like it's like, no, let's protect the bridge. We know what we're doing. I like this ship. I think it's better than almost all the other capital ships. I give it a B.
Awesome. That
How long is Retribution?
18
2
kilometers.
Not 18. It's roughly 2 kilometers long.
Pretty big.
Niskavian, I think lots of the exposed steel beam stuff there is because it's still in construction. These are ship. Actually, for a good bit of perspective, you see down here. What's that little?
I don't know why I'm pointing as if someone knows what I'm pointing.
What's that ugly little thing down there?
That is a Bengal.
That's a little Bengal. It's a little baby Bengal.
Which is a lot smaller than the Retribution.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think it's a cool looking ship. I hope we get to see it in Squadron 42. Okay.
I don't even know if we'll see it until Squadron, but I assume at some point we'll see it.
I mean, there are some things, obviously, we don't know. But at the moment, we assume it's basically a flying gun.
Mm-hmm.
Is that literally its only armament? It's
No,
presumably planet-destroying gun.
No, you can actually see something
else.
You can see some right here. I think there's some here. You can actually see there's one here, and there's also another one here at the front at least. So it does have turrets.
Yeah, it has guns on it. It has other guns on it, and those guns are big because I mean you got to take into consideration the size of the ship. They're huge.
Yeah, those are what, like size 9 turrets, probably.
Probably, yeah. And then yeah, the central shaft at the front is that gigantic railgun that like fires Idris-sized rounds.
Fires Idris's.
Just Idris's, one after the other.
That's UEE. Okay.
If that was the Relay News van Carbide, we would rule the UEE.
It's true. One of these things, I mean, if it if it can fire slugs the size of an Idris, then it could destroy entire planets, basically. You hit a planet.
Probably.
You hit a planet with. I mean, it's almost. It's how big is the Idris?
The Idris is a couple hundred meters long.
Like,
I could find out. Just
400 meters or something. No, less. God, I can't remember.
I will tell you in a few seconds here.
No, Carbide. Eris would complain about how long it takes from him to get from one end of the ship to the other.
The Idris is 242 meters long.
200. So, what would happen if a 240 meter asteroid hit Earth?
It would do a lot of damage. It wouldn't like end the world, but it would do a lot of damage. Talking like city destroying size if it hit the city.
Yeah.
Your insurance wouldn't pay out on that.
No, probably not.
Probably
active,
not,
David.
What we need to do is set up like 4 barriers in midair, and then just have this single tank that could go left to right to try and shoot it down.
All I know is if that ship was Relay's news van, we'd just spend all the time saying we've got a Relay big gun.
Yep. That would just be our show.
We'd have mass appeal.
Speaking Speaking of that being our show, I'm actually going to stop us here.
Call it there.
Yeah.
After the retribution.
After the retribution. I am very tired.
Yeah. No, that's fine, man.
And
So
this was.
if anyone's wondering how much Bullship is left, we have the alien ships and Grey Cat
Yep.
left. So probably one more episode. We'll see.
Yep. But before we go, keep in mind tomorrow, 2.5 hours ago, we will
You
be.
can just tell them the time.
But that gets into time zones.
Okay.
Tomorrow
Steel.
at 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's the one.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, Relay here. We have been invited to a guest on Soul Citizens. So there you go. Fast Cart's got it. 21.5 hours from now.
Why do they call it Eastern time? I'm more Eastern than that.
Eastern North America, my friend.
Oh, don't worry, Griffin. We will bring the beers.
Zuh. Should be a good time.
If I have to deal
Yeah,
with,
come join us
if I have to
anyway.
deal,
In comparison to where they measure time from, it's west.
if I have to deal with both Shiver and Fast Cart, it's beers. I would love a nice
Hello,
sour
Jake.
right now. Hi, Jake. You missed our entire show, but I would love a nice sour right about now.
Hey everybody! Reminder: we have a new website. Go check it out. It's kind of
Yep.
cool. Whenever we're live, it shows our stream right on the front page, and has some cool stuff. Has a little section on Bullship, which I will update right after the show. And yeah, yay! New site.
Shiver, what have you got this week?
Okay, this week we've got London by Gaslight, Vampire Masquerade game set in Victorian London. Please do tune in because it's getting spicy. It's getting spicy. And then following that up on Sunday the 15th. Yes, Sunday the 15th. We have Star Trek Adventures with Eric, which is starting at 2:30 UTC over on twitch.tv/Table of Horrors. It'll be fun. Tune in. We've got a cast lined up for that, and I hope an exciting game planned for that.
Excellent.
Is Soul Citizens zero GMT? I don't even know how to say that.
What GMT?
00, like, is it no time GMT? Is it nil GMT? What's the acronym, like?
No. 100 hours.
That bothers me. 0-100s. Is it 0-100 hours GMT?
Why is that, buddy? Because there are 0-100s.
Yeah, but 0-100s is also nil. There's 0 anythings.
No, that would just be 0.
Or it could be 2,400 hours, I guess. Yeah.
There are no hundreds.
2,400 makes more sense. Also, okay, I've got a really.
There, that was great.
I've got a question. Why the hell do they call it hundreds when there's only 60 minutes?
Because there's 2 zeros.
Because that's not what it looks like on the clock.
Yeah, but it doesn't go to 100. It goes to 60.
But there's
Because
zeros
humans aren't
after it,
good
which
at
makes it
things,
100.
David. That's why.
I mean, it would be more logical for you to say, why don't they call it 2,300?
2,300.
Yeah. That's at least a more logical argument than why do they call it 100.
I don't like military time.
Why not? It's better.
It's not even military time. It's just a 24-hour clock.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
the 24-hour clock. You know what the problem with the
It's better than the
24-hour
12-hour
clock
clock.
is?
What? Because you can't count past 10.
No, I've got my toes. Count
Well,
past
what,
20.
you can go up to
I can't-
19.
Yeah, I can't count. Well, then I add in another appendage, but I can't go past. I can't go to 24.
You could use your arms and legs. You get there. You go. There you go. You got to 24. 24. You're good. Oh.
Yeah, a 12-hour clock only goes up to bloody 12.
Yeah, and then you just do it again.
But how are you supposed to? Oh, you're.
Okay, can we end the show now?
Tuesday. I'm not sure if we're doing Unnamed Game Show Tuesday. Keep an eye out on our Twitter and our Discord for that. One thing that we might be doing, I still have to talk more with Eric and Shiver and Jake. There might, but you know what? Forget about it. It's a couple weeks away. We'll decide and then let you know. Yeah, so Tuesday, come tomorrow, Soul Citizens, join us for that. It's going to be rip-roaring fun. Why did I say that? Why did I just say rip-roaring fun?
David's going to have a lobotomy.
Oh,
Show.
We've been hijacked by a certain CIG
oh, that's not even there.
Trying to end the show for 10 minutes.
We now require you to come on and end the show for us, Jake. So sing us a lullaby as we go away.
Good night, everyone. Go to bed.
You heard the man. That's what I'm gonna do.